All right, so the last recording cut off, so this is going to be part 2. This is where we left off. So from here, you're just going to want to make sure that you plug in the known values or the known numbers. Then you're going to isolate P using inverse operations. So you're going to divide each side by 0.7 so that you can get the answer for P. The answer that you get on your calculator is 342.7 equals P. But as you can see that I wrote here in red, make sure your final boxed answer is in money format. So remember, you have to have it to the hundredths place. So 342.7 is not going to work. Your final answer should say that the original price is $342.70. All right, so now I want you to go ahead and pause the video, and you want to start the find the original price if the sale price of the cell phone is $205.50. So you're going to use the same scenario as we did in this last problem, which means it was 30% off, but then now you're going to do the sale price being $205.50. All right, so the first thing that you should have done was taken 100% and subtract 30%, so you would have gotten 0.7 again. And then you would have taken 205.50, because that was the part, equals 0.7 times P, and that's going to be the original price. So now you're going to solve using inverse operations, so you should divide both sides by 0.7, just like you did in the last example. And then you'll get the answer, P equals 293.571429. But remember, that very last step is to make it money. So that means you're going to get 293.57, because of that 1 is what determines whether or not the 7 stays a 7 or becomes an 8. So now you should be looking at textbook page 162. All right, so now we're looking at example 4 on textbook page 162. So example 4 is a comparison shopping problem. You see that Clothes R Us and Ratcliffe's are having sales. At Clothes R Us, a pair of sneakers is on sale for 40% off the regular price of $50. So on your paper, you want to write 40% off of 50, and you want to write Clothes R Us. And then it says that at Ratcliffe's, the same brand of sneakers is discounted by 30% off the regular price of $40. So you want to go ahead and write 30% off of 40, and you want to write Ratcliffe's name on the top of it. Okay, so now I've written Ratcliffe's and Clothes R Us. And the first thing that you want to do on the left-hand side is you're going to subtract 100% minus 40%, because that 60% is going to tell you what part of the $50 you're going to pay. Because if it's a 40% discount, then you pay 60%. So 60% then changes to a decimal, which is 0.6. And we're going to do $50 times 0.6, which gives us a final price on this side of $30. The next side, you're going to do 100% minus 30% equals 70%. And then, of course, 70% turns into 0.7 when we change that to a decimal. So from there, you're going to want to go ahead and take the $40 price. Remember, that was our original price of $40 at Ratcliffe's. And you're going to multiply it by 0.7, because that represents the 70% that we're going to pay after the discount is applied. So at Ratcliffe's, you pay $28 for the same pair of shoes. So the explain, which you need to put in a big bubble, because this is the part that many people always miss or don't do. For the explain, this is exactly how you want to write it. It says, since $28 is less than $30, the sale price at Ratcliffe's is the better buy. Also, you can include that it says must include every word. So this is going to be your explanation. So on a test, when you go look to see how your point value was assessed, I'm going to give you points for each thing. The 28 is less than 30, and then you want to say which store has the better buy. All right, so for D, you want to go ahead and do the D now. You want to do the got it on your own. If the sale at Clothes R Us was 50% off, which store would have the better buy? Explain. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and look at D. So if the sale had been 50% off, you would take 100% minus the 50%, and that would give you 50%. Once you get the 50%, you're going to change that to a 0.5, and then take 0.5 or half of 50, which is 25. So now your explain, which you should have already done, you want to make sure that your explain matches the type of explain from the previous example. Your explain should look something like this. Since $25 is less than $28, the sale price at Clothes R Us is a better buy. All right, great. So now you should be looking at your homework, which will be to do textbook page 162, just numbers 1 and 2. So you're only responsible for numbers 1 and 2, and thanks for tuning in.